Good afternoon everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaylin and I live in Seoul, South Korea. Today this video is going to be all about my free plastic surgery experience here in South Korea. I'm going to be sharing with you guys all the process that went into getting the surgery, how I got free surgery, the recovery, going to the clinic and all that jazz. So if that is something you're interested in, please keep watching. I'm going to be putting more information in the description box below, but if you have any other questions and stuff, please feel free to leave a comment down below also and I will try my best to answer it for you. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. First thing I want to talk about is how I ended up getting my free plastic surgery in Korea. So essentially about this time last year, December 2018, I was on Facebook one day and this girl had posted this review about an app that had just launched and she was like, hey guys, this is a new app in Korea. They're looking for models. This is a plastic surgery app. It's supposed to be there to help foreigners find clinics, get reviews, all that jazz. But since it's just launched, they need more reviews and stuff. So they're looking for people to come in, get surgery in exchange for posting a review and having the clinic take photos and videos of you to use for advertisement purposes. And she went on to say how she had applied and she went in for a consultation. I believe she was just looking for fillers though and dental care. I can't exactly recall, but nothing major. But at that time I was like, you know what, why don't I apply? Because I've always wanted to get my nose done. I even told myself for 2019 I was going to save up the money and get my nose job. So when I saw this post from Facebook, I was like, you know what do I have to lose? Let's just download the app, apply and see what happens. So I downloaded the app. All you have to do was take some pictures of the problem area that you wanted to fix and give a brief description on what you wanted to change about it and why, and that's it. So I send that in and I totally forget about it until a week later. I'm home alone one night and I get a phone call and I just ignore it because I don't like picking up the phone here. But I see a minute later, I get a text message from that same number. It's all in English. So I kind of open it and pretty much it just says, hey Kaylin, this is Jay. I'm the owner of the app. I have a clinic that is interested in your case. Can I please call you back so we can discuss it? And I was like, oh, what? I kind of forgot about it. So when I saw that, I was like, yeah, totally. I messaged it back and a minute later, Jay calls me and he's like, hey again, yeah, I'm Jay from the app. We have a clinic that's interested in your case. And he gave me some information about the clinic and he was like, do you want to come in for a consultation and see what happens? And I was like, yes, I'd love that. And he hangs up and yeah, we had organized a date a few days later. But after he hung up, I was kind of like, oh wait, is this guy kind of dodgy? Am I gonna get murdered if I go? So I kind of texted a few friends. I called my mom and I told them about it and they were all like, you know what, it's just a consultation. Just go and see what the doctor says, see if it's legit and stuff, and if not, you can just block the number and forget about it. And you know what? I was like, yeah, they're right. What's the worst that could happen? And I googled the clinic and all the information he had sent me. It was legit. It was this nice place in Shinsa and stuff. So I was like, you know what? Let's just go. So a few days later, I end up going to this clinic. I wait outside and then Jay appears. We meet in person. He's all like, okay, let's go upstairs. We're gonna meet the doctor and we're gonna talk about what you want done. And I was like, okay, cool, awesome. We go up and like I said, it's this nice place, nothing dodgy or scary. And I meet the doctor. He's super friendly, super nice. He listens to everything I say, kind of tells me what he thinks about it. And then after I tell him about all the problems with my nose and what I want to change about it, he's like, okay, cool, but may I give some recommendations also? And I was like, yeah, go ahead. And he pretty much told me because when you do your nose, it kind of changes everything else on your face. So he was like, I want to recommend a few different things that I think you should also do when you do your nose. The first thing he recommended was gain fat grafting. He recommended my chin and my forehead. He also recommended gain a thread lift, which is essentially just pulling the skin up here to make this part I guess younger, smoother looking. And the last thing he recommended me doing was the under eye fat repositioning, because before my eye bags were so bad and so hollow. So yeah, he was just like, I think all those things will be perfect. What do you think? And I was like, okay, cool, yes, I'm down. And Jay and I leave, we go downstairs and Jay's like, okay, what do you think? Is that cool with you? And I'm like, yeah, perfectly cool with me. I'm down for it. And he's like, okay, cool. Well, if the clinic ends up choosing you as one of the winners, I'll get back to you. And I'm like, okay, thank you. And I leave, and you know, I'm kind of thinking, oh, is that like a lot to do? Because you know, originally I just wanted my nose done, but I trusted the doctor. Like what he told me like seemed right and stuff, so I was like, okay, cool. And hey, maybe I wasn't going to be chosen as a winner, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, a week after that, it was New Year's Eve, and I got a call from Jay, and he's like, Kaylin, congratulations, you're one of the winners. I just wanted to let you know, have a good night celebrating New Year's Eve and this surgery victory. And I'm like, yes. And so we like kind of texted a little, and he's like, oh, I'll talk to you later. We'll organize everything like surgery day, like the filming and stuff, and yes, contract signing and all that. But yeah, that's essentially the end of how I got my surgery. The next thing I wanted to talk about was the surgery itself and the surgery day. So I ended up getting the surgery this year at the beginning of February. The day itself, I had to arrive to the clinic early. As I mentioned earlier, part of this contest was using our photos and videos for advertising purposes. So when I arrived, I had to take a bunch of videos and photos just so the clinic would have stuff and the app would have stuff. After that, it was time for the surgery. So, you know, after the filming and taking photos, I talked to the doctor one more time. Like we had a final consultation, we went over everything to make sure like I was sure what I was getting was what I wanted and all that. And then I ended up washing my face and like putting on the robe and stuff, and we went into the surgery room. So the surgeries that I ended up getting, of course, was the nose job, fat grafting, thread lifting, and under eye fat repositioning. The total time was 7 hours. I don't know why in my mind I was like, all right, this is gonna be quick. I'll be in and out within like 2 or 3 hours. No, each part took an hour and a half to about 2.5 hours to complete. I'm going to give you a little bit of information on each part and each surgery. So firstly, my nose, of course. Before, my nose was kind of like big, like the bulb here was so round and it was just huge. I didn't like it, and it was kind of like not crooked, there was just like a small lump or bump on my nose. So what we ended up doing was firstly fixing the lump. We took cartilage from my ear and just inserted it here just to make it like appear straight. There was no need to break anything or shave anything down. And then to fix this part, to make it like smaller and thinner, all we did was essentially inside they pinched it together and then sewed it together. Like, I didn't know why I thought they were gonna like chop things off and remove parts. No, all they had to do was, yeah, sew it together. But that was pretty much what happened with my nose. The next part was the fat grafting. To do a fat grafting, they do a mini liposuction procedure on your thighs to remove some fat to inject into like your chosen area, in my case the chin, which they injected, and then I believe they molded it just to like, you know, get the correct shape, and that was it. And then the thread lifting, all they had to do for that was pretty much they like pull your skin like taut, and then they like sew it inside here, like in your hairline, not inside, but in your hairline, and like that keeps it then like in place. And finally, the under eye fat repositioning, what they did for that was, you know, the fat before was like obviously like lower down my face, so this part was like left all hollow and dark. What they did was take the fat and move it up here to cover that, to make it like appear more plump and nicer, I guess, smoother, and not as dark and hollow. But yeah, so that's pretty much the surgeries themselves. I'm gonna insert like a bunch of pictures and videos that I have now and give a like more detailed explanation on like the aftermath of my surgery. The first set of photos is my face pre-surgery. As you can see, the tip of my nose is quite round and wide. You can also see how my chin doesn't have much definition either, and my under eyes are quite hollow and dark. The second set of photos were taken one day after surgery. I am very swollen, and you can see my eyes are red and raw from the eye bag repositioning. I didn't feel any pain on my face. However, there was pain from my arms where they had strapped me down and where they took cartilage from my ear. I was given these eye drops. This is to help
clean out my eyes. Antibacterial cream. This is for my stitches. I'm supposed to put it on. Dinner. Lunch. Breakfast. I'm supposed to take them.
The third set of photos were taken 2 days after surgery. I am still very swollen, however my eyes are slightly less red and teary. I was feeling weak and tired today. I did go to the clinic to refresh my bandages. The third set of photos were taken 3 days after surgery. The swelling had gone down a little and my eyes were beginning to improve. At this point, I was feeling pretty good and healthy. The fourth set of photos were taken 4 days after surgery. The swelling has continued to decrease and my eyes were feeling good. I did, however, have extremely dry lips at this point, which had begun to peel. The fifth set of photos were taken 5 days after surgery. The clinic removed most of my bandages and inner nose cotton. I could finally breathe through my nose, however at this point it was rather leaky. My face also was extremely oily and greasy and I had bright yellow bruises underneath my eyes. The sixth set of photos were taken 6 days after surgery. The swelling had gone down a lot at this point. My face though was still very oily and very greasy. The seventh set of photos were taken 7 days after surgery. My face no longer looks swollen or bloated. There are still a few bruises, however most of them have faded away. The eighth set of photos were taken 8 days after surgery. The bandages were all removed at this point, and any remaining stitches were also taken out from inside my nose. My nose is still swollen, but it looks a lot smaller than before. I also still have a few bruises, but most of them have faded away at this point. Alright guys, so that is the end of this video. I really hope that I answered all your questions, but if not, please leave a comment down below. I'll do my best to answer anything else you want to know. If you're also interested in hearing more about like skin related, like skincare in Korea, I know a lot of people do come here for like lasers and aqua pills and stuff. Please let me know. I do go to the dermatologist once a month, always to get like a mini Fraxel laser, aqua pill, and recently I got Botox. So if you'd like to hear about that, please let me know and I'll film a video about that too. But yeah, please like and subscribe and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!